Kwa siku nyingine tena niwakaribishe. You are wonderful people. Hapa ni Swahili English, kwa hiyo very comfortable. This is a family kind of meeting. Nakushukuru Chair, Dr. Dennis. Hii ni breakfast meeting ya pili tangu tumelaunch, na tunaanza kuona kuna loyal members. Nawashukuru. Na nia ni ile heart to heart discussions. Wazo la leo ilikuwa kuunganisha the life of an individual to technology. IEEE is really advancing technology. Now, when you think deep, technology is reshaping our lives in a unique way. But still we remain individuals. Sasa na kwa sababu tuna train watu, tuna mentor watu, tunaona kwamba hii mentorship training is really at individual level. And unfortunately, human beings are created in such a way that the outside is called the information space, but the internal within the individual is where you create the more essential aspects of your life, knowledge. When you practice a little more with your knowledge, you create what we call understanding. And when you leverage your understanding, you start to make an informed decision, then people start to measure how wise you are. So you can say information is always outside you, and there's plenty. But within you there is knowledge, there is understanding, there is wisdom. Kiswahili India ni taarifa tu. Lakini until unapokea inaingia ndani mwako, inageuka inakuwa maarifa, hiyo ni hatua ya kwanza. Unaweza kuwa una maarifa lakini una ufahamu. Lazima maarifa yageuke yawe ufahamu. Na kutoka ufahamu sasa, hapo ndio unatengeneza hekima. Kwamba unatumiaje huu ufahamu wako, unafanyaje maamuzi yako. And this is internal. That's why mentorship is very important. Because inabadilisha taarifa, inakusukumia wewe na kukulengea yale mazingira kugeuza hiyo taarifa kuwa maarifa, ufahamu, and hence wisdom. Sasa kwa vijana wa sasa hivi, I think you can know wanakwama wapi. Taarifa ziko plenty, lakini yanayoingia ndani very little. Sasa swali kwa nini? Kwa hiyo this seminar today essentially was geared to trigger that. Responsive innovations, they create technology for humanity. Sasa utaona moja ni ideas. Lakini when you begin to internalize whatever you see, could be challenges, could be needs, could be whatever, then unasukumwa wewe kubuni suluhu au solutions. Okay? So this is the essence of this seminar. And there are those 4 bullets. I'll try to cover them, briefly. What it means to capture that moment when wewe ndani kinachopokea hii taarifa kugeuza kuwa zinaitwa talent, zinaitwa karama. How those gifts within you eventually come out, they reach to people. How do they do that? Na hapa ndio tunatofautiana. Unaingia darasani wote utasikia mmoja alifaulu, mwingine alifeli, whatever that means. Lakini ni external, lakini huyu alipokea kitu, labda hajapewa muda tu to create something out of it. And how to be professional. Sasa itoshe hapo. Sasa we enjoy the breakfast, remember, every Thursday, okay? And in short, we are advancing technology for humanity, all right? Now comes a concept that partnership to the announce. Maybe I'm targeting an individual. You will see eventually how individuals end up into a corporate environment, into a company. But you have to be an individual first. Na bahati mbaya, hata auditors, na Julian, you never audit hii potential. Actually, analysis shows 75% of value of all companies is never audited because it's in people. They only audit 25% of the value of the company, which you see. A seed is the most intelligent element in the whole creation. Because in a seed, tunasema sensors. A seed has sensors. It knows the times. Time is built into it. Ndio maana kuna mbegu ya mchicha in 3 weeks unavuna. Kuna mbegu ya mahindi 3 months, 6 months unavuna. Lakini hiyo intelligence iko wapi? It has to do with the outside, within the seed. Okay? So when you look at a seed, some people say, okay, if you look at a seed of a tree, what are you looking at? Mwingine anasema I see a seed, ambia hujaona. Mwingine anasema I see a forest. Yeah. If I give you an orange seed, what do you see? You'll be amazed that if you are able to see a farm of orange trees, you are very smart. Okay. Lakini ukiona hiki kimbegu kimenginginia kwenye shati hiki hii inanichafulia shati. No, you haven't seen yet. Okay? So we all, you started the seed. Sasa swali, what is in you? Nobody actually looks at this. Na siri ya seed, nasimama hapa kidogo because of the inspiration aspect of it. Nikikupa punje ya mchiri hapa na mahindi na harage nitakwambia is it alive? Will you know? Will you know kwamba hii mbegu ina uhai ndani yake? Anasema I can't. How will you know? Siri ni moja, unless you plant it. Find your soil and plant it. If you don't, hii seed inakuwa tu ni potent, iko tu mahali inasubiri tu. But the moment you plant, angalia sasa, it has the sensor to calculate the humidity, the water content, everything, the temperature, and then within the time given, unaona inaanza kugeuka, inaota towards whatever tree or plant it is to be. Okay? So, this is the first concept I thought I'd share. Okay? And to me, technology, innovations are based on this concept. Okay? Naona hii, what has happened? Okay. So, nilishare na leo hii kitu. This is the sum of everything. Look careful now. The great Albert Einstein. I like this quote. That's why I like this image. This I can spend here 2 days just discussing this one image. If you understand there is something in your seed, Sasa, when you start to grow, what do you see? You have gifts, you have talents. And then outside you, there are needs. How do you connect? Now, if you look carefully on this, on the left side, you see, your seed contains these gifts. The outside you has this. Okay? And now, as you grow, it's like a muscle. You start to exercise some of these to face these needs and problems. Now, IEEE will believe when these gifts intersect here, something begins to happen. And this is what differentiates a human being from an animal. You will change your environment from within. So, if in you is a palace, believe me, if outside is trees, I give you 1 year, it will have become a palace. That means what is in you reproduces itself from the outside. To me, that's what innovation is all about. It responds. And that's why you can see all this. It's not easy, but the joy of a human being is to overcome. So we say you cannot be a hero unless you overcome.